Welcome to the artwork of CP, you guys. As you, well, the Ask Win team knows this, but the artwork of CP team does not. Although those of you that follow me on Facebook might have figured it out. I I had to go get the sticks stuck up my nose last Monday, and AKA called the COVID test because I have a what they called a lack of a movement cough, and it hadn't gone away. So now I had to go get the sticks stuck up my nose. That's lovely. Not not fun. And so the test came back negative, thank God, because I don't want COVID. And I've been really good for 5 months. I've been sheltered in place for 5 months, and I've been really good for 5 months. So that's not the issue. The issue is me getting diagnosed with asthma, and it won't be a surprise if I get a what they call a lung function test, which basically means you blow really, really hard. And because I've done it, I did it as a child because yes, I got dragged to a asthma appointment um, in Denver, and I did it as a child, and so I've had a lung functioning test, but they want me to have another one to figure out what's wrong with me as an adult. So I am not going to be surprised if it's asthma because one, I can handle asthma. I couldn't handle COVID to save my life. I am watching my friends try and handle it, my stepsister try and handle it, her boyfriend try and handle it. No, I could not handle COVID to save my life. So thank God it's not COVID. But at the same time, we're all wondering, well, what is wrong with Flint? And so when they call me to set up the appointment, I will keep you guys updated, and I won't be surprised if it's asthma because my biological mom had asthma. My grandfather died of asthma in the 60s, and then my cousin has sports-induced asthma, and my chosen family step aunt has asthma, and my adopted grandmother has asthma, and so it's like we all have a family history of asthma here. So I won't be, and people are asking me, "Are you having trouble catching your breath?" And yes, for years, I have said I apologize for the coughing attack on this podcast, on Ashlyn, on the artwork of CP. Yes, I'm having trouble catching my breath. Yes, I need to do what I need to do. Now, as long as it's not COVID, I am happy as clam. Now, it will be done at a bigger hospital. I have access to two hospital, one 5 minutes away from me. It's a small hospital, and then the in the next municipality over, I have a bigger hospital. Danielle actually has access to that bigger hospital more than I do because of where Danny was placed. Um, and so I know I'm 99% positive it's asthma because I do feel better on the asthma medication. And as I said to the woman who took notes on me, I said, Grant, my mom had asthma. It's genetic. Hello. It's genetic. So I may have to be tricked out with asthma. They asked me, "Have you ever had a sleep study?" And I said yes in the 90s. And have you ever had a CPAP machine? I said no. But have you ever had oxygen? I said yes in the 90s. So what um what concerns my stepmom and myself is more my stepmom than me, actually, um, is this cough that will not go away, and it's a deep, bulky chest cough. You guys have actually heard it. And so, yeah, I'm in the process of getting diagnosed with something, and we believe after 33 years and once we get the official diagnosis that it's asthma, I will come on here and say I am my mother's daughter. my my mother gave me her disease. Basically, she didn't give me cerebral palsy, but she gave me asthma, and so I as you guys can hear, you can hear it a little bit on this recording. I'm trying to avoid, I apologize for the coughing attack, but there we go. It's so if you and I have an hair listening on my desk, um, I'm only allowed to use that after the major coughing attacks when I have shortness of breath and I can't stop. So this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. I am my I am my mother's daughter. I am diagnosed with adult onset asthma, which I should have been diagnosed many years ago. The doctors and I will tell this on podcast interviews. I will tell this on Ask Win and tell this on the work of CP, and I will just say, well, if the doctors would have listened to me many years ago and basically heard my mom out, and then I wouldn't be in this predicament, wouldn't I? Being diagnosed with asthma in the pandemic, and and I do have access to a cat, and that I'm so sorry, but cats make my cough worse because it's you have the cat hair, and they don't make my eyes itch, quite frankly. They just annoy me because of my cough. But I am 99% positive I have asthma. How fun is that? How fun is that? Not, but once I get all this testing done and we figure out what it is, I know you guys are going to be supportive. And no, I'm not playing games. I only and what I've said to the Ask to Win team is that I would give you updates more than more than my public fan base that doesn't listen to my podcast. I wouldn't, and I'm lucky because my co-host of the Artwork of CP happens to be in my inner circle, and so my inner circle is going to get a lot of updates. And so I am going to give updates to you guys. Um, I'm going to try not to be mental heavy, but for those of you that have asthma would understand what I'm talking about anyway, because you guys have asthma. So I am going to try and not be mental heavy. I'm going to be positive about it. I am going to be positive about it. I am going to give you guys more medical updates than I do on my Facebook because I want, not because I want people to listen to the podcast, it's because I want to give podcast listeners into my life because you guys have been with us for, jeez, you guys have been with me on Ask Women for over 10 years, and the artwork of CP and the amazing voices of teachers, which, trust me, the amazing voices of teachers is still not defunct. It's up and running smoothly. I just have to wait. I just have to wait on that one until I finish journalism school. Then I'm going to start that one up again. So, as of next week, we're going to be talking. Daniel doesn't even know this yet. As I take a drink of water, and so Danielle doesn't even know this yet. As of next week, we're going to be talking about how you can support Danielle and I in all the projects that we do. In all the projects that we do, we're actually going to give an update on projects. The following week, I'm actually going to give an update on school and how that is going because I know you guys are fascinated that I'm going back to journalism school. And the following week, we're going to do a very interesting episode that came to me last night in my dreams, actually. Of I think my mom gave me this one, so thanks, mom, for giving me this one. Um, and the so next week we're going to be talking about how you can support the podcast. The following week we're going to be talking about my update in school. We're going to be talking, and then the third week, which is going to be in October now, we're going to be talking about where Danielle and I want to be when I'm 40 because I'm in my late 30s now and where I'm 40 and where she's wanting to be in her life when she's 30. Danielle, so maybe of the crew, you guys. We have a friend of ours who is similar to age of me, Max Lane. You probably heard him on Ask Win several years ago now, and then he's way back in the archives. And you've heard this story several times how he got cerebral palsy. And so we have two 30-year-olds, a 25-year-old, if I'm correct. And did I get it wrong? Did I sadly get my BFF age wrong? BFF, you want to correct me on that one?
I no,
28. Okay, I suddenly thought my BFF. I always do that. 28. Okay, so you're closer to 30 than I thought you were. You're just the baby of the crew, Danielle. I call you the baby of the crew because you're um you're the youngest out of all of us, including Max Grange. So I we're just going to do the update on how you can help with all the projects, including the podcast, and then how my update on school, which you guys are now fascinated by, and then where Danielle and I want to be physically, when Danielle want to be productive work-wise, when we're in our when Danielle's not when Danielle's in her 30s, and then I am in my 40s, which that is going to be and then if I make the appointment sooner about asthma, you going to hear about it working through the asthma diagnosis in the icing on the cake. But that's gonna be the next week, you guys. And so yeah. And I am actually getting closer and closer to my 2000th episode on Ask Gwen, and I've actually decided who's going to interview me on my 2000th episode, and then when we get to 3000, I am going to actually do something, try pull off something amazing, because I just feel like now is the time, and I'm going to line that up. And I'm not telling you guys what it is yet, but again, I'm going to be put in the interview seat. Let's just say that. And it may involve in person interviewing, and it's going to involve a person that you guys don't expect to interview me. Let's just say that. And I have already decided who's going to interview me when I hit 4,000 episodes. Yes. So we've got the big episodes all covered. And so I'll let you guys know when we get closer. And we'll go into more of this next week, you guys, when we discuss how you guys can help Danielle and I with all the projects. But two things. Number one, I'm working on a book about my abuse. It's going to be a novel. It's going to be a novel because I can't do it any other way. I can't do a autobiography about abuse. No. And so it's going to be a novel. Two, I am working on that, but I am working on that too. Amazon smart speakers have now entered the game of podcasting. So go searching Amazon Music for Ask Gwen and the artwork of CP. I know they're both in there. And please, please take it off Apple Podcasts, you guys. Those of you that let's spread the peanut butter and jelly to the other players here. Those of you who are on Apple Podcasts, Danielle, I know you are, but let's spread the peanut butter and jelly to those who don't have access to Apple Podcasts, because we want our message to go loud and clear. And I've been interviewed on a couple podcasts this week. Always looking from all you guys. So if you guys know of anyone that wants to interview me or wants to interview Danielle and I together, that would be great. And Danielle can just use iPad and we can just do it that way. Danielle's not afraid of the podcast, Mike. She's just she. I think she's more afraid of not using the iPad. So when she gets interviewed publicly, there will be a device involved, which you guys have to give us space and grace to if you guys want to do that. But me, um, I don't have to use this device. So if it just has to be me, and just has to be me. But um, I want Danielle involved as much as I can. So if you guys know of any great opportunities, let us know, pass it along to us. And so, yeah. And so that's that. And so we'll see you guys next week on how you guys can help all of us with our projects. Bye, you guys.
là il faut pour le a
Oh, what she said. Thank you for following us, you guys. Bye, you guys.
bye.